You ready? Okay, well, I just want to say good morning and thank you all for being here. It's our first press conference of a new decade, and a new decade that has an auspicious start, the year 2020, a year to emphasize and embrace clear vision for our city's future. And my administration's vision is to lead Lincoln toward a more successful, secure, and shared future. And a successful, secure, and shared future needs many hearts and minds to shape it and to give it form and meaning. And today, we invite all our residents to do just that. Our residents are our partners in keeping Lincoln strong and making it an even better place to call home. And because you, our fellow residents, use the streets, the parks, the utilities, and other services that the city provides, you are in the best position to tell us what works and what we can do better to improve your quality of life. We value your input and want to be responsive to it. So today we call upon our residents to participate in a new satisfaction survey that gives you an opportunity to evaluate a wide range of city services and to share your opinions on issues like neighborhood quality of life, city growth, employment opportunities, and our environment. About 2,000 randomly selected households already received a survey in the mail just at the end of last week. And all residents now have the opportunity to take an online survey at go.unl.edu/LNK2020. The survey also may be accessed using the computers at all Lincoln City Library locations. The satisfaction survey will be up through mid-February, and survey results are expected in late March. And that timing will be helpful and provide important information for my administration and the City Council as the 2020-2022 city budget is developed. And we want to assure everyone taking the survey that your information, your personal information, will be kept strictly confidential, and your name will not be added to any mailing list or cause you to be contacted for any reason. A priority for my administration is ensuring that the mayor's office and local city government are accessible and that residents have a voice in and are part of local government. So this survey is one step in acting on that priority, and it's an important one. I hope everyone who's received a copy of the survey will complete it and return it to us. A robust response rate will provide us with more data to inform the work we do to serve you better. And with your help, we can keep strengthening the community and make this city a place that even more people will want to call home. Joining me this morning is Lisa Pitlick-Zillig from the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. The Public Policy Center has long been a partner of the city in seeking input from residents. And before Lisa gives us a look at the survey, I want to thank her and her team, and thank in advance all of the survey respondents for taking the time to share your thoughts about our great city. And with that, I'd like to hand it over to Lisa.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'll just give you all a look at the survey. We have it up on the screen over here. This is what the online survey looks like. Obviously, the paper one looks different. It's on paper. But any of you who visit the link for the survey will first see a letter from the mayor talking about the survey and also our information at the Public Policy Center, since we're overseeing the online survey for the city. If you would like to contact us with any questions or comments about the survey. So many of the things on the survey are similar to what was in the last satisfaction survey. That's so that we can kind of track these things over time. We've been tracking them for about, I think 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Sorry, I should have probably looked up exactly how long, but this is the third or fourth time that we've used similar questions so that we can kind of track satisfaction over areas over time and see if there's any great increases or decreases and try to understand why, if those happen. So we always have the first page that just has a whole bunch of areas about quality of life and services in Lincoln. And then the next parts of the survey go into more detail in specific areas. So once again, we have an area that has to do with parks and recreation. The neighborhoods area has been shortened and focuses especially upon growth and development and planning. The libraries, again, the biggest difference between this survey and last surveys is that the administration tried to shorten it, realizing that you actually don't have to ask every question every time in order to track over time. You can ask some in this year, you can ask some another year, and you can still track over time if you think there's going to be changes. So to try to make it simpler for those who get on, if any of you have done our surveys in the past, sometimes they've been quite long and involved, especially when we're asking people to read things about the budget and so on. But this survey really focuses on satisfaction. How are people feeling about the city's services and satisfaction? So it should be quick and easy, no excuse not to do it if you have any interest at all. So that is more on libraries, and then some general kind of how you're engaging with recycling and how you're feeling about your neighborhoods in the city, and kind of along the lines of social capital. You know, are people feeling trusting and feeling welcome in Lincoln? And then some questions about health and environment and the city's and your feelings about the city's preparedness for those areas, as well as a customer service section, so that you can just give kind of direct information about how you feel like the city's serving your needs and providing services. Finally, the city wanted to know a little bit more about how you get information, so that they're sure to reach out to you in ways that you're listening to and using to get information about city issues. And we always ask demographics. A lot of the comments on the survey at the end, I noticed, are like, why do you need these demographics and so on? The biggest reason for that is to try to see if we're getting to everyone's opinions. Are we missing any groups, any neighborhoods, any perspectives on the city? Because if we are, then that means we need to do additional efforts to get those views. So we do ask some demographics and do appreciate it if people are willing to let us know some of their background information. And finally, there's always a place for you to make any comments that you want. We send these comments straight on to the city. The main thing that we do look for at the public policy side is whether anybody put any identifying information in there. This survey is confidential, anonymous. We only give results to the city in a summarized form, and for the comments we look through and we try to make sure that nobody's included anything like phone numbers or names or addresses or anything. You're always welcome, of course, to email the city directly if you want them to have your contact information, except that we do also give a place for people if you want to sign up your email to be notified by the city in the future of events or whatever information that they might want to put out. We are starting an email list with this survey. However, what the Public Policy Center will do in this case, and this is only available on the online survey, not the paper survey, what we'll do in this case is only send the email list, not with the data. So the data is sent in summary form and the email list is sent just as an email list. And with that, I can be here for any questions.
Yeah, does anyone have any questions for Lisa or myself? Right.
Response.
Oh.
You've been doing this annually for a while now, this satisfaction survey. What kind of response are you getting from people? How would you rank it?
So the paper survey usually gets the typical at least 30% rate. I did look that up for last year. It was 34% last year. So that's a pretty good response. I mean, Bozer does the paper survey and uses the Dillman method, which is a highly researched method of how to get people to respond. For the online survey, it's been very varied. It's been anywhere from like 1,000 to 2,000. I think I've said this in press conferences before. Our best response, unfortunately, was right after the fire at Lincoln Public Schools office. And I don't know if there was, I don't know why, but it was like we got 1.5 to 2 times more responses than usual. But we usually get around 1,200, I say, might be about the average online.
Yeah, right.
Are there any particular areas that you're most closely watching to see how to then move forward with some of your state initiatives?
Yeah, I mean, I care about all of it. I guess what will be interesting is to see what the variations are in people's rankings, and if we can try and map those out against areas of the city or demographic information to try and target our solutions. That's what's interesting to me, is for the analytics and how we can improve performance. And I mean, certainly I'm looking forward to seeing where people think we're doing a good job. Yeah.
Had previous surveys asked about the potential hazards, or is that?
Are you talking about the,
That section about water, drought.
yeah, I'm going to go to the question, make sure that I have the right one, but I'm pretty sure the one you're referring to is a new section. The city didn't add a lot, but it did add the preparedness, if that's what you're, this is libraries.
It's right after.
So, right, so the air quality, so on and stuff are old questions, but this one, prepared to deal with the following hazards, is a new one.
And is that sort of looking to get people's opinions on how the city handled things last year, as well as inform your sustainability and resiliency initiative?
Both, yes, absolutely. I mean, we experienced historic flooding in the past year, and how a city responds is really important to making sure people get the information they need to make decisions they may need to make if those conditions are affecting them directly. I believe that the city may even be getting an award for some of their work last year during that time, the team that communicated and got information in a really timely manner. So we certainly want to continue to provide excellent service when it comes to managing extreme circumstances. But then also, we are elevating these topics of conversation so that we can inform our work and inform the public about issues that we believe may be on the horizon for our community and communities across the country.
What would you say to a community member who sees this link and is like, I don't know if I want to take it? What would you tell them, like, how is this going to benefit them directly?
Yeah. Well, local government matters. What we do affects your daily life, and it's fun and it's easy to fill this out, and it gives you an opportunity to have a direct voice in how we serve you. And that matters a lot to whether or not you have great trails, great parks, clean air to breathe. I mean, these are the things that you will experience day to day. And if you have ever thought, oh, I wish this was different in Lincoln, like, now's your opportunity to actually weigh in and help shape a different future. Okay. All right, any other questions? All right, well, thank you so much for being here, and we hope that this will help, that your coverage will make a difference in getting great response rates for our community.